This is a story of danger, fear, and big changes. Get ready, because what you hear now really happened. It was Friday, June 13th, 2025. The day started very early, while it was still dark outside. On this day, something very serious happened. The country of Israel suddenly attacked Iran. People in Iran were not ready. In the capital city, Tehran, people heard loud sounds. There were big explosions. People woke up fast. Some saw fire. Some saw buildings get damaged. The attack was quick and hit many places in Tehran and around the country. It was a very scary moment. Israel had a name for the attack. They called it Operation Rising Lion. This showed that they had planned the action. Israel's leaders said they attacked to protect their country. During the attack, some very important people in Iran were killed. One top military general from Iran died. This man was a big leader in Iran's army. Some scientists working on important projects were also killed. This made Iran very upset. Iran's leaders were angry. They said the attack was wrong and broke the rules between countries. They called it an act of war. Iran said they would not stay silent. They promised to fight back. The attack was early in the morning. Israeli warplanes flew over Iran. They bombed many different places. Most of these places were linked to Iran's military and nuclear projects. Israel said they attacked to stop Iran from making nuclear weapons. They believed Iran was getting close to building a nuclear bomb and said this was a big danger. They felt they had to stop it now. After the first round of attacks, Israel's defense minister spoke to the people. He warned them to stay alert. He said Iran might attack back using missiles or drones. People near Israel's borders were told to be careful. The government said the danger could continue for some time. In Iran, the leaders were very angry. Iran's top leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, said that Israel would face strong punishment. Iran's army also promised to answer back with force. People in Tehran were shocked and scared. They had never seen such bombing in many years. The fear was real. Countries around the world began to speak. The United States said they were not part of the attack. President Donald Trump said the U.S. did not help or plan the strike. But the U.S. also said that Israel had the right to defend itself. They asked Iran not to attack American soldiers or bases in the area. Many European countries and the United Nations asked both sides to stop fighting. They were worried that this could lead to a big war. Countries like Australia also shared their fear. Some Arab countries like Saudi Arabia and the UAE said the attack was against international law. They told both sides to stop before things got worse. Israel said they hit 20 to 30 places in Iran. These were places linked to Iran's army and nuclear work. One of the biggest targets was Natanz. This is a large site where Iran works with nuclear material. It is mostly underground to keep it safe, but Israel said they still hit it hard. Other places for missiles and army bases were also attacked. Even a command center in Tehran was hit. After the attack, pictures showed many buildings destroyed. There were fires. Some tall buildings had fallen down. Streets were full of glass. Cars were burned. The bombs caused a lot of damage. People saw all this early in the morning. It was scary for everyone. Some normal people, including children, were hurt or killed. Iran said the total damage was not too big, but they confirmed that one of their top generals, General Hussein Salami, was killed. He was the head of the Revolutionary Guard Corps. His death was a big loss for Iran's army. People in Iran were now very afraid. The attack showed how serious the situation was. The fear of war was now very real. Why did it happen? Israel said they had secret information that Iran was close to making a nuclear bomb. Israel and Iran have been enemies for many years. They do not trust each other. They have been in a quiet fight for a long time. But this time, it became loud and deadly. Israel was most afraid of Iran getting nuclear weapons. Experts said Iran might be very close, maybe just weeks or days away from having enough nuclear material. There were talks with Iran, but they were not working. The old agreement from 2015 was broken. The United States had left it, and new talks were failing. The international group called IAEA said Iran was not showing them everything. This made many countries more worried. The US knew Israel might attack, but said they did not help. Still, American soldiers in the Middle East were told to be ready, just in case Iran attacked back. Israel felt it could not wait anymore. They believed it was too dangerous to delay. They decided to hit first. This is called a preemptive strike. They wanted to stop the danger before it got worse. Israel's leaders said their goal was to protect their people. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said they could not wait. He said Iran was too close to making nuclear bombs. The mission, called Operation Rising Lion, was their answer. He said the plan was to surprise Iran and hit them fast. The goal was to break Iran's nuclear centers and slow down their work. He believed this would stop Iran from building nuclear bombs. It would also make the danger smaller for Israel. Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, also shared his reason. He said this was a preemptive strike. That means they attacked first because they felt danger was coming soon. He believed that Iran was very close to being able to attack Israel with nuclear bombs or powerful missiles, so he said the attack was self-defense, to protect the country. After the attack early in the morning, Israel's government told everyone to get ready. They announced a special warning across the country. People were told that Iran would probably attack back soon. This could happen with rockets or drones from many different places. To prepare, warning sirens went off in many cities. People were told to run to safe places like strong rooms in their homes or to public bomb shelters. Some airports had to close for a few hours because the danger level was high. Many people in Israel supported the government's choice. Life had been hard in Israel recently, and people wanted to feel safe again. They believed that a nuclear Iran was too dangerous. So, they agreed with the attack. They felt it was needed to protect their lives and their future. The message from Israel's leaders was clear. They said Iran's nuclear program was a very big and very close danger. They believed they had no choice. They had to act fast and strong. They said it was not war for war's sake. It was a step to save the country and its people. Iran was very angry after the attack. People in Iran were filled with rage. The government spoke loudly and used strong words. They called the attack a terrorist act. They said it was against the laws between countries. Iran's most powerful leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, said Israel would pay for this. He said Israel would face a bitter end. This meant he was promising strong punishment. Iran's army, especially the Revolutionary Guard, also promised to strike back. They said they would give Israel a powerful slap, meaning a strong answer with force. People in Tehran, Iran's capital, were shocked. They heard loud bombs. They saw broken buildings. They learned that some top leaders and scientists had died. This made them more angry and afraid. Across Iran, people were upset and worried. Experts who study war said Iran will not stay quiet. They believe Iran will answer back with a hard attack. Everyone was now waiting to see what Iran would do next. Other countries began to speak too. The United States said it did not help Israel with the attack. President Donald Trump, who was the US president at the time, said Israel acted alone. But the US also said it supports Israel and believes every country has the right to protect itself from danger. Inside the US, some leaders were worried. They thought this attack could make the situation worse. They feared it might start a big war in the Middle East. Many other countries were also worried. Leaders from France, Germany, and other European countries said they were concerned. They asked both Israel and Iran to stay calm. They did not want more attacks. The United Nations, which is a group that works to keep world peace, also spoke. The Secretary General said he was very worried. He asked both countries to stop fighting and talk instead. He wanted peace to stop a bigger war in the area, Arab. Countries like Saudi Arabia also gave their views. Saudi Arabia said the attack was wrong. They believed it hurt Iran's right to be safe. They called for peace and asked everyone not to attack again. Groups that care about peace and human rights also spoke out. They were worried that regular people, women, children, and families might get hurt. They asked both governments to stop and find a peaceful way. The whole world was watching. Some supported Israel. Some stood with Iran. But most people just wanted peace. This fight between Israel and Iran is not new. They have been enemies for many years. The main reason is Iran's nuclear program. Israel thinks Iran is trying to build nuclear bombs. Iran says its nuclear work is only for making energy, not weapons. In 2015, there was a big agreement between Iran and other world powers. It was called the JCPOA. Iran agreed to limit its nuclear work. In return, other countries stopped punishing Iran. But in 2018, the United States left the deal. President Trump said it was a bad deal and added new punishments. After that, Iran also stopped following the deal's rules. They started making more nuclear material again. Experts said Iran was getting close to having enough material to bomb. Some said it could happen in just a few weeks or even days. This made Israel very nervous. For many years, Israel and Iran fought secretly. They used computer attacks and small attacks in other countries. This was called a shadow war. But the attack on June 13, 2025, was not secret. It was open and direct. Israel bombed inside Iran. This was a huge change. Now, many people are scared. They worry this is the start of a big war in the Middle East. Some fear other countries may also join the fight. Experts say the danger is now much bigger than before. Israel said they had to act. They said Iran was a danger. They wanted to stop a future war by taking action now. Iran is very angry. They feel they were attacked unfairly. They called the attack terrible. They promised to fight back. Some countries support Israel. Others support Iran. Most countries want peace. The United Nations keeps asking both sides to calm down. But people in Iran feel deeply hurt. They believe they must answer. Many fear that this old fight has now become a new and more dangerous war. What do you think Iran will do now? What will happen next in this story?